ready this week? Happy Wednesday. My name is Andrea Oram. I am a music teacher and music leadership mentor for new music teachers or people who are interested in this whole music teaching thing. And they might be musicians already, but they would love to get into music teaching without needing a degree. So there's that. That's a little bit about me. If you are in the Strength Train Your Voice group, you will know that today, I wanted to let you know, later today, I am going to be bringing you some information about different plants and how things that you put on your body can impact you both negatively and positively when it comes to your singing voice. So if you're in the Strength Train Your Voice group, there is a link for that in the description of this video. You can stay tuned for that and keep your eyes peeled. I'll put it the exact time right after this in the events. So you can go check out the events if you want to know what time it's going to be, all right? But today our topic is three things to remember when picking a song for children to sing. And the reason why I'm doing this topic, I'm going to sprinkle in some music teaching topics because I have been talking to more and more people who are interested in teaching music or are trying to teach music, but they don't have a degree in music. They don't have a lot of experience teaching small children or young children to sing, and they don't necessarily know a lot about the voice change and the differences between a child's voice and an adult's voice the way I do. So I thought I would give some little tips here and there. And if you find that useful, wonderful. I'm so glad. I will be putting a little library of all these different tips in the guide section of the Strength Train Your Voice group. There's a link for that, again, in the description. So you can go check out that guide section if you are watching this in the future. All right? But here we go. Let's get at it. If you have questions or comments about it, leave those in the comments. I see a couple people watching live. Good morning. If you want to comment below, I will put you up on screen after I give you the content today, okay? So, 3 things to remember when picking a song for children to sing. What is the range? So that's the question. What is the range? And when I say range, I mean how high or low do the notes go in the song? So is it a low song or a high song? And how low and high does it go? Because if it's too low, little kids cannot sing it. And when I say little, I mean like kindergarten, first, second, third, that sort of range. If it's too low, younger kids cannot sing it. So you know what they'll do instead? They'll shout. And so people wonder, oh, kids can't sing, like they just shout. Why can't they sing? It's not that they can't. It's that the adults that chose the music that they're singing didn't put it in a key that would help their voice thrive, didn't put it in a range that would help their voice sing it well. And so then if they are trying to sing it, they might sing it really quietly because it's hard to sing well for a little kid. And so then people say, oh, sing louder, sing louder. And so then they'll shout, all right? So it's not that kids can't sing. It's that if we put it in a range that is not meant for them to sing, then they will struggle with that, all right? So make sure you check the range. If you're working with really young kids who don't read very well yet, so this would be 2nd grade and below, make sure you pick a song that has simple lyrics or that you have enough time to practice the song enough that they know all the words. I was at a concert sort of recently. This was probably 2 years ago, or maybe it was a year ago. I don't know, a year or 2 ago. And I was listening to some younger kids sing. And one of the songs that the person who picked the music gave them had so many words in it. And these poor kids were trying their best. They were trying really hard, but either they didn't have enough practice time to make sure that those lyrics were successful for them. They didn't have enough time to learn all the words, or it was just too many words for their age. One or the other, or a combination of both. The more time you have to learn the words, the more successful they'll probably be, right? But ultimately, if you pick a song that you're just going to have to keep repeating the words over and over, and it no longer becomes very fun for those little kids, then maybe it's a song you should wait a couple of years to try with them, right? Wait till they're a little bit older. Okay, so what's the range? How many lyrics are there and how much time do you have to rehearse with them? and how fast is the song. So if you do a super slow song, really young students will have a hard time keeping that tempo or keeping the steady beat. Here's why. Really young kids have a natural steady beat, a natural pulse that's faster than adults. So not only is slower music harder for adults to also sing in the right tempo and actually sing in tune because they have to have more breath support for it. All these things are things that kids don't know as well and don't have as much experience with. So you could maybe try a slow song, but try and keep most of your songs in the mid to fast range, just because those young students might not be able to keep the steady tempo very effectively. And it doesn't mean it needs to be super cheesy, right? A faster song doesn't have to be really cheesy, but if it's super duper slow, that might be harder for your students because of the way that their bodies are made and the way that they're designed, and they haven't changed into that more adult way of feeling rhythm and feeling the steady pulse yet. So hopefully this makes sense. Those are the three things. So let's do a quick review. What is the range? How many lyrics and how much time do you have to work with them? And what is the tempo? How fast is the song? Which one of these do you think for you, if you are a music teacher or a leader of musicians, whether it's at a church or at a homeschool group or something like that, which of these is something that you didn't necessarily consider? Or if you did consider, which one of these things do you need to focus on when you're choosing music for your students? Because that's really, really key when picking music, and you want to pick music that helps your students be successful because A, they'll enjoy it more, and B, they'll feel like they actually did well. Whereas if you pick music that's too hard for them, they will think that they failed, when in reality, they didn't fail. They just didn't have something that helped show their brilliance in a way that's developmentally appropriate. So hopefully this is useful for you. Let me know in the comments what you think about those specific categories, okay? And if you're like, man, that was so helpful, I would love more information on that. I would love some resources as to where to find music, what specific songs I could pick, how to make it affordable on a budget if I don't have very much money, because let's face it, sometimes music is expensive and we have to follow copyright laws. At least I am always ethical about following copyright laws. So I want to make sure that the groups that I lead do the same thing, right? So if you're interested in those kinds of things, I'm almost done with a how to program for concerts and pick music for all ages, whether it's K through 2, whether it's 3 through 6, whether it's 7 through 12, whether it's an adult choir, and how to know how to pick music well and plan a concert, right? Because there's a lot more things that go into a concert than just picking the music and teaching it. So if that would be of interest to you, reach out and let me know. That's a super new course that's coming, and I will send you more information once I have it all put together. So with that, I have a couple comments. So if you're watching live and you want to check out that, leave me a comment and I will put you up on screen here because I have a minute and a half. I can put some people up on screen. So I see Aaliyah is here. Good morning, Aaliyah. You said hello. Hi, my friend. It's so good to see you again. I know I haven't seen you comment in a little bit, so it's so good to see you. And I see you left another comment. If you have a lead singer, how do you educate her in understanding that they need to sing alone and be confident in singing, and make the rest of the group know that the lead singer must sing on their own? That is a wonderful question. That's actually, are you talking about solos versus the whole context of a choir or a group? If you're talking about that, that is something that we definitely talk about in the course. I actually just am finishing a video up today that talks about that very topic. But a lot of it is who you pick for being that solo. And if they're ready for that solo, sometimes they can use a little bit of coaching on the side. So if you have 5 minutes at the end where you want to let other kids go early and just work with that student, or have them come a few minutes early. It's a lot of it's a balance issue, but if it's young kids, they can't sing so much louder than a whole group. So you might need to have them mic'd if you're in a situation that's a performance situation where they're young students, because they just don't have the same projection and the volume capability that an adult would have. So I hope that helps kind of answer your question. Let me know in the comments if I actually did. And if I didn't, that's totally cool. We can go back and forth on it. And you are welcome to set up coaching if you want to clarify things individually with me too. Oh, there you are. There you said yes. Perfect. Awesome. I'm so glad I could help you out with that a little bit, Aaliyah. And if anybody else has questions, let me know. I would love to engage with you and give you a little bit of tips and help along the way. Have a great rest of your day. And if you're in the Strength Train Your Voice group, make sure you watch out for the things to not put on your body and things to put on your body that actually help or deter or hinder your vocal health. All right? Catch you later. Bye for now.